guys, today's video is going to be about 3D circumstances. I know it's very common and very easy to try and question your own circumstances, so I do still see loads of comments of people complaining or questions, where you might be confused. You guys, my viewers, new viewers especially, trying to say, well, this is what's going on. What about this? How do I get out of this? And ultimately, circumstances are irrelevant. I will keep saying this until I'm blue in the face, but I wanted to make another video dedicated to this and kind of talk about maybe points I haven't touched on in depth in other videos. Just new examples and pieces of advice that I've thought of recently. So it is going to tie in with previous videos I've done, so please do watch those. I think the Law of Assumption playlist is linked somewhere up on the screen here. So take a look if you want to see more videos discussing this topic. If you're spiraling especially, thumbs up, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. If you want to keep seeing these type of topics being discussed, I can make those videos for you guys. Any requests? I still do have quite a lot of topics to discuss and make videos on, but please leave requests if there's something that you think I should really make a video on that I haven't done yet. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this and find it useful. I also offer one-on-one coaching if you're interested in getting some personal help. All the details of what I offer, as well as the new guides. I've created 3 infographics for £10 and 50% off for existing clients. So all the information is on my TikTok as well as my Instagram. So do go take a look if you're interested in purchasing anything like that. And yeah, the contact details are listed there as well. So let's get started. Also, if my voice goes a little, I don't know, weird or grainy, or my voice sounds weird, it's because I'm not feeling the best. But you know what? I'm dedicated. I'm probably going to put 2 videos up today, because I think right now I'm uploading a vlog and then this video is probably going to go up right after it. So yeah, dedication overload. Not feeling well, caught some kind of cold, but I've been taking lots of medication, so I'm feeling a lot better, and probably I manifested myself feeling better. But yeah, if I do sound a little funny, it's just because I'm not feeling great. But first point I want to talk about is people commenting, or people, you guys in general, anyone asking, what if my SP did this? But what if my job does this? But what if I don't have this? It doesn't matter. Those are all circumstances. Whatever relationship, whatever the context of your relationship is, whatever position you're in your life at work, however you look right now and you want to change it, it doesn't matter. Those are circumstances. Those are temporary circumstances, situations, features. Everything can be temporary. If you're manifesting something new and something different, whatever is currently here and whatever has been here in the past is irrelevant. It's the old story. It doesn't matter. It will change. The law of assumption is that you have to get what you are dominantly focusing on, what you repeatedly train yourself to believe in, to focus on, to think about, is what your reality has to reflect to you, and you have to adapt to it and conform to it, and other people will as well. So whatever the circumstances, whatever you want to question, please nobody leave a comment saying, but what if my SP is married? But what if my, job said they're going to start firing people and I want a promotion? It doesn't matter. I don't care. The answer is always the same. It's not, oh wait, your SP is married? Oh my gosh, wait, so now the affirmations are completely different. Now the mental diet is done completely differently. No, it's always going to be the same. This is why I try and simplify it for you guys, because it can get easy to complicate it or get confused. There's so many different practices and terminology and advice going around. But ultimately, if someone is coaching in Law of Assumption, it should be based on really simple basic principles. Loop it, repeat it in your mind, focus on the new story, and that's what has to come about. So that's what it does come down to. So no more asking or wondering, but what if this, but why is this, but we haven't spoken in 6 months, but my boss gave me a bad review last month. Well, I don't care, it doesn't matter, you shouldn't care. It's not going to impact your manifestation unless you try and keep focusing on it. Next point is that there is actually no objective truth. So again, proving that the circumstances are irrelevant. Someone else, base it on relationships. Someone might be really nice to you and you just have an assumption that everyone treats you really well, and it's a reflection of your self-concept. So as you get to know this person in your life, they're really nice to you. Someone else might have negative assumptions, or they might catch them on a really bad day and then they create bad assumptions like, oh my God, she's such a bitch, or he's so horrible, you know, whatever. You might start to create negative assumptions about someone you've just met because of one bad experience. And guess what? Most probably that will continue. They will continue to show you because based off the only experience you've had with them, it's negative. They'll probably continue to be negative. But you're meeting the same person and someone else won't understand why you hate them. And the other person, you know, who hates them won't understand why you love them. So, you know, those are kind of more extreme examples where it doesn't always happen that way. But that's one example of no objective truth. How you perceive a situation or a person, a relationship, is how it will be reflected to you and what will show up and be the truth in your reality. So you can always change it. There is nothing objective. It's not your SP objectively doesn't love you. No, you've come to that conclusion subconsciously. You know, you don't want to believe that, but things happened in the 3D. You drew conclusions from it. You made assumptions. You maybe weren't aware of manifestation, so you weren't consciously affirming for the result you want. And therefore, the negative assumption became true. But it's not objective, it's subjective. It's your opinion, your assumptions, your life experience that has shaped it. So whatever circumstances are here, they are not objectively true. They're not a permanent fact. It's all temporary. So with the work, if you put in the work, continuous affirmations, staying on top of your mental diet, just trying to stick to that news story as best as you can every day, that's what's going to lead to the results that you want, the change you want to see happening, because, you know, it's all subjective, it's up to you. So if you do feed into those assumptions just based off of the 3D, you're giving away your free will. You're giving your SP the free will. You're passing it on to them and saying, you decide how it goes. You show me what you want. You post all the photos with a third party. You don't text me back, you know, and I'm going to accept that as a fact. That's kind of what you're doing if you're going to judge everything by the 3D and allow it to affect you mentally and emotionally. By feeding into those assumptions just based on what you're seeing in your reality, you're giving them the free will to do whatever they want instead of conforming to your affirmations and standing in your power. You're also risking spiraling if you aren't careful and you constantly analyze or doubt or worry and feel like you need to check on things. You know, oh, I've affirmed for a month, you know, I'm just going to check that, see if you know, the photos of the third party are deleted, or see if this came up or this came in through an email. Guess what? You're probably not going to see the result you want because you're trying to go out into the 3D and make something happen in the moment from a state of insecurity or anxiety. You could be at risk of causing yourself to spiral if you focus so much of your attention on that instead of going internally. So another point that I think I've already said, but basically you're being emotionally and mentally controlled by other people's actions, not just a romantic SP or relationship, by any person who is involved in giving you your manifestation, whether it's, you know, a colleague, your SP, the person you want to be with, you know, whoever it is, a family member. You're allowing your mental and emotional reactions and the way you go about your life, how you feel, the quality of your life and happiness to be controlled by other people's actions. And by doing so, you are keeping them on the pedestal. You're allowing, you know, your SP to stay on the pedestal because you're being so controlled by everything they do. If they say one wrong thing, or they don't text you back, or they ghost you, your day is ruined, or you might cry, you might moan to a friend. You know, it really impacts you and affects you. So you're putting them on the pedestal instead of taking your power back and saying, nope, I'm amazing, I'm in control. I know that they think I'm the best thing in the world. I'm just the most amazing woman, man on earth. And I know they're going to text me back. I'm not concerned. Getting on with my day. That's the kind of attitude you want to start getting into, because otherwise you're just keeping them on that pedestal. So allowing your self-concept to be lowered. You're, like I said, not staying in your power. You're not coming from that confident, powerful state where you are the only one with free will. You're allowing other people to control you and allowing the 3D to have the importance that it shouldn't have at all. Like, I understand as humans, obviously, I'm not saying you have to ignore your entire physical reality and only live in your mind. That's not really realistic or possible as a normal human being, you know, enjoying your life. But generally, as best as you can, applying your mental diet and revising, and then going back to the story, saying, no, she didn't post that. Instead, they said this to me. They did what I wanted and everything's working out. The relationship is coming together. or, you know, whatever the case may be. So try and steer yourself back into that new story if you do react based on, you know, 3D circumstances. It's okay if you do, but you want to stop yourself as best you can, because otherwise you are going to impact your self-concept as a creator, you know, as a conscious creator. You're not going to feel like a really powerful manifester who is in full control, because that is the fact. That is an objective truth, that you are the creator of your reality. My voice is going a little bit. You decide, you know, how the relationships go, the change that's going to come into the 3D. So maybe do a little more self-concept work, which is something I've discussed with clients recently as well, focusing on certain areas of your self-concept that will actually boost everything and help you stay in a, you know, a place where you probably won't spiral, you won't, you know, take the 3D circumstances to heart. You can get to that point. So to wrap this video up, I have one point about what is objective, an objective fact, an objective truth when it comes to manifestation. And that is, if you are reacting to the 3D and there are circumstances you don't like, you're really focused on them, they're really becoming an issue for you, maybe you see them as a huge hurdle and you just feel like things are not changing or not changing quickly enough, whatever the case may be, something negative relating to the 3D circumstances. Objectively, this could be a sign that you need to repeat more, you need to loop your affirmations more, you're not quite putting in enough work, and usually that's the case, that you are allowing your negative reactions and spiraling to outweigh the work you're putting in to create the new story. Because you can affirm for an hour a day for your desire, but then if you spend 2 hours a day complaining to a friend about how crappy the situation is, guess what? You're undoing that work for the day. You're focusing the subconscious and conscious mind back on the old story. So it could be a sign that, you know, if you really are struggling with the circumstances and doubting it and whatnot, you need to put more work into looping the affirmations, staying in that new story, practicing all, you know, the conscious manifestation practices that you know about, that I've told you guys about. Or it might also objectively be a sign that you just haven't allowed enough time for things to conform. If it's only been a week or even a couple of weeks and you haven't seen that change in the 3D, that's totally normal and okay. There's nothing to worry about. You just need to allow more time. So there are multiple factors that could lead into why your circumstances don't look so great at the moment. But ultimately, it's never about the circumstances being the problem. It's about how you see them and how you're applying the new story. That's what it comes down to. So it's never external, it's always internal. So I think I'm going to wrap up the video there. I think I definitely explained myself well. Hopefully that was inspirational, clarifying for you guys. Do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed. I can definitely continue talking about this topic. I feel like I still have loads of things I could say. So yeah, I will see you next time.